Hi guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my reading catch-up June week 3, better books. And that's because this week I've had no flops. Admittedly, I'm filming this on the Wednesday because I've got work tomorrow, the day this video I normally film on the Thursday. Because I've got to work because, yeah, I'll tell you that why in a minute. But, so I'm filming it a day early. So there are less books to show you because, well, there are less books in a week. Although I can sneakily tell you that one of these books will definitely be getting finished today, if not possibly two of them. So, first of all, let me tell you what I'm currently reading. So, I am buddy reading The Sun and the Star by Rick Riordan and Mark Oshiro. And I'm buddy reading this with the lovely Cat from Brews and Reviews. I haven't actually spoken much about it because that's the way it is. I am trying to get the lighting on this video. That's a bit better. There's a bit less shadows. But yes, I'm currently reading this. It's the next book, obviously, in the Percy Jackson sort of series, that sort of world. And we've got another one that I've got in my shelves that we've got to read, and then there's another one that's coming out in hardback first, and we've got to wait for it to come out. I think we've got like two more that are coming out. Basically, we read them all in paperback. We've got one that's due out in paperback soon, but we've got one that I already own, and then there's one that's coming out in hardback in September, so we'll probably have to wait another year for that to come out in paperback. We're getting there. But this is Nico's story. Nico, basically all about Nico and his boyfriend Will Solace. That's not really a spoiler. And they are going down to the underworld. I cannot give too much away, but this does follow through with the last books that we were reading by Rick Riordan. But this is literally solely about Nico and Will, because I think we sort of see Percy Jackson a little bit, but there's hardly any of the sort of characters we know and love, which kind of missing a little bit. I like it more when there's more people, more teams and that, but it's very, very dark, very, very depressing. I will fill you in on the rating obviously next week, but I'm about nearly halfway through, I think. No, about nearly. By the time today's been finished, I would be halfway through, but it's a book I love. It's fantasy. You know it's going to be 5 stars. I think it will be, potentially. Maybe like 4.5 or 5, but totally, definitely loving that. I'm literally keeping that over there because I'll be reading that as soon as I finish filming. Then I started this last night, and I will probably, if I get time, finish this today. It's The Secret Beach by Veronica Henry. It was my seasonal book. It was her latest book that was out last year. She has got a book that she's written that's come out this year, and as to whether I buy that straight away and read it next year, probably. I think I'm like about a year behind on Veronica Henry. But I bought it full price last year, and I must admit, it was what I need. Truth is, once I finish the next book, I think I will probably pick this up and then start my Agatha Christie tomorrow. So by the time you actually see this video, I probably would have finished the Agatha Christie. But this is about Nikki, who finally owns a local Coast Guard cottage of her dreams. That's a few steps away from the hidden beach, which means so much to her. But when a handwritten note lands on her doorstep, she realises it's only a matter of time before the heartbreaking truth of her past is uncovered. Started it last night, and I must admit, I even started in the evening, and I already read 120 pages, so this is what I'm feeling. At the moment, with my moods, I am feeling contemporary at the moment. So I am loving joy reading. But yes, I'll be reading that tonight. That's going over there. The next book that I will be finishing pretty quickly today is The Sirens by Amelia Hart. I got just over halfway through it yesterday, and I must admit, it's a potential 5 stars. It was one of my joy reading books, so I literally felt like reading it, and I'm reading it. And I know Shannon from 155 Books didn't like it, but I'm loving it. It's sisters, it's got a bit of magical realism, it's historical fiction, it is the most beautiful, probably one of the most beautiful books I actually own. Look at that, and look at the top there, and then look at Cat from Brews and Reviews got me this for my birthday, so I've got that there. And then it's a signed copy as well. That bit's pretty boring, but you don't have to be perfect everywhere. And it's got a signed copy. And I loved Wayward by her, which was about witches. I absolutely flipping love this. It is just what I need. It's such a happy, it's the most darkest flipping book going, but it's got suspense and murders, and it's got this bit where I just couldn't put it down. Like I had to go out yesterday afternoon. I didn't want to, I just wanted to read there. So that was, then I'm up to date. Sorry about this, you're getting great. So I'm going to put those over there because that's where I'll be sitting in a minute. So that's it. I have had nothing less than a 4-star. I only got 5 books to show you, like I said. Shorter week this week. I was thinking about whether I filmed after work on Thursday, and I realised it would kill me. It's hot at the moment. I'm not going to put myself under pressure. So I finally did it. The day after I said that I hadn't finished Never Let You Go by Kazuo Ishiguro, I finished it. This was the FOMO book club book, which is hosted by Jack and Jem. I DNF'd it the first time, but buddy reading it with the lovely Angela from Reading Off My Shelf was the right thing to do. I really thought this was good. Alice rated it like 4.5 stars, and I think I rated it 4, and that's purely because I didn't connect with any of the 3 lead characters, Kathy, Ruth and Tommy. I did get the sort of sci-fi element, kind of. I kind of got a gist of it, which you don't find out until the very end. And it's quite a sad book, quite emotional, but it kept me on my toes. Like, reading it slowly meant I really absorbed it, and I do need to probably make myself read slower, because this certainly got, like, it was really good. Like, it was sci-fi and it was not my normal thing, but I really thought it was a really, really good book, and has actually made me want to try Kazuo Ishiguro a bit more. So I might try Reigns of the Day if I see it. I might try some of their other book, but quite good. I did actually enjoy it, but it is going to charity shop because Mum won't like it and I won't reread it. But it was a really good book, so thank you, Jem and Jack, because I really think that I needed to read it, and thank you so much, Angela, for buddy reading it with me, because it made it even better. Then I read a book for the historical fiction readathon. I read The Flames by Sophie Haydock. This was going to be a flop. I started reading it probably last weekend, which was probably the worst time because my mental health was not good. So I ended up picking it up, putting it down. I wasn't feeling it, and yet when I actually got into it on Monday, it went from being a flop to being 4 stars, because it did get me in the end. And I think the thing that you need to realise is, I thought this was like a novel, but it's actually more of an interconnecting short stories, because it basically has, I think it's like, I would say 4 characters, and they all have their stories in this. And it is all connecting. It's all talking about the turn of the 19th century, the 20th century. So it's like 19 something or another it starts off with. And it's set in Vienna, and it's about art and things like that. So it would be a total great book for the historical readathon for that prompt. And it's about you start off with Edith is our main character, and you start off with her in the more like the 1960s, and it goes back in time to so you do have that timeline in the 1960s sort of interlinking with another character set in the 1960s, but then you go back to those ones, and then you've got chapters on, like, not chapters, sections of the book on Edith and Adele, who are the sisters. Then you also have chapters on Gertrude, who is connected, and Valley, and they're all very, very different women, and they're all interconnected with Gustav. They're all basically connected with Egon Schiele, who's an artist. And actually, this is actually kind of based a little bit on real life characters. So it's actually quite interesting. But I didn't connect with it at the start, and then when I did, it was like, oh my god, I didn't want to put it down. So that's why it went from being a flop to 4 stars, but not one book. Then I mood read, and again picked up my library book, which is Honeybee by Donna Porter. I loved this author's other book, so I've loved, what did I love? Cat Lady. I loved their adult book, Cat Lady. I loved So Lucky. I did like The Cows. Cat Lady was my favourite one, but this was really good. And yes, it means yes, it was 4 stars, so I'm glad I kind of read it rather than buying it. But it was really good, about 2 sisters, but it does have some triggers in it that I wasn't expecting, and I think that's what made it not 5 stars at 4. And about best friends Renee and Flo, and they're a lot younger than me. They're in their 1920s. Whereas I think what I like about The Secret Beach is it's a character that's older, and I'm liking more contemporaries with older characters. I'm liking more books with older lead female characters, because that's where I am in my life. So this would be better if you're younger, I think. But it's about friendships, and it's about other stuff and celebrations of female friendship. But yeah, it was really good. Really enjoyed it. Was helpful when I needed it. That's a library book. But now to the 2 books that are just amazing. Like, one of them's 4.5 stars, and this was The Summer Swap by Sarah Morgan. I believe she's got another. Yet again, I'm a year behind on her books. And I got this full price last year, or was it gifted last year? I don't know. All I know is Sarah Morgan smashed it out of the park again. 4.5 stars, but top end 4.5 stars. Mum's going to read it, and I might even keep it because I really, really enjoyed it. And it's again about, you've got internet connecting, it's about ladies, and You've got one lady, Cecilia Lapthorne, it's her, at the start of the book, it's her 75th birthday celebrations, and they take an unexpected turn when she seeks solace away from the festivities and escapes to June Cottage without telling anyone where she's going. And then with a surprising new friendship, Lily Thomas is a struggling artist who's been staying in an unoccupied cottage. When Cecilia discovers Lily during a late night visit, the unexpected bond forms between them. But you also do have chapters and sections on Cecilia's daughter, and their relationship's quite interesting. And then you've got Todd who comes in, but it's about 3 female that leads the characters. It's about friendships, and it's about relationships, and it's about escapism and past and the chance to start over. But I really, really enjoyed it. It was a good one, and Mum's going to love that. So that's a Mum book. And then to my 5-star of the week. Are you all surprised it's a fantasy? I'm not. I'm just literally, that's where I'm feeling at the moment. The Whisperics, The Labyrinth of Lost and Found. I think Chatty's doing a big thing on it at the moment, and look at that pretty grubby. And it's beautiful, and it's got pictures in it, which I absolutely love. Where is it? Some of them little pictures. Middle grade fantasy. It is just what I flipping love. And the next book is out in hardback, but not out in paperback yet. And as soon as it comes out in paperback, I will buy it and I'll read it very, very quickly. Because Charlie loved this, both Charlies loved this, and it is just literally a book that is just about like darkness and friendships, and it does have some triggers, so be aware. If you want to know them, let me know. And it's about 11-year-old Benjamin Creek believes in science, logic and the power of reason. He definitely does not believe in magic, but when he receives a mysterious gift in the post, a doll that can transform into a bird, he is led into the impossible and definitely magical world of Readathon, where dark secrets are lost amongst a vast labyrinth of streets. And he soon finds himself swept along by on a dangerous quest which is led by the fierce and brilliant Isabella, who is determined to solve the disappearance of her missing brother. Absolutely flipping loved it. Fantasy at its best, dark, scary at points for me, but it was just amazing and I absolutely loved it, and Mum's got to read it. Now to the lifey bits. We had a work meal last week. Actually, I think I will give you pictures this week. So I had a work meal last week, went out to Nando's with all my team, a lot of my team, not all of them, and that was really nice. We actually had a really nice meal. I had food that I really did enjoy. Company was good, we had a good time. Admittedly, I got back a little bit early, so I decided to put Thomas to bed, which was a bit of gloominess. It's a bit of stress in the evening, but that was good. I did, after I told you I was going to get some new colouring pencils, which I've not even started colouring because the week's been too busy. But I did get some gorgeous colouring pencils, so I think my mission today is actually to start a little bit, because I've got a chill day now. Apart from hoovering, I've got a chill, so I'm going to, maybe once I finish the Sirens, I might do a bit of this before I start my contemporary. So yeah, I've got these colouring pencils, got those after work on Friday. Didn't buy a book, which was good, at the Works. The Works has turned out to be my danger zone. But then on Saturday we kind of went to Val's Books, and I kind of bought 3 books. I'm not showing you all of them because otherwise what's the point of doing book hauls, but I will show you one that I got for bargain, and that is The List of Suspicious Things by Jenny Godfrey. I paid more for this. I did a donation to the charity shop because I was prepared to pay like £5. I nearly bought this in the supermarket for £5. In fact, I nearly bought it in Waterstones actually. It's one that Katie loved, and I think Charlie's read it. But it's set at the 1980s, so it's set. Maggie Thatcher is the Prime Minister, drainpipe jeans are in, and Miv is convinced that her dad wants to move the family to down south because of the murders. Leaving Yorkshire and her best friend Sharon simply isn't an option, so when Miv and Sharon decide to make a list of suspicious people and things down their street, people they know, people they don't, but in their search for the truth reveals more secrets in their neighbourhood, within the families and between each other. So I don't know whether I'm going to put this, this is a bit of a battered copy, so possibly £2 was a little bit much. It's got, look at that, it's got pretty flowers on it. It does look good. I know I've got a bit of a battered copy, but it looks good. So I was happy to get that. So yeah, there's the sort of things I've been doing. The sun's 100% come out. We're now in another heat wave for a few weeks. So I have been outside reading in the sun, which has again done my mental health. It has really helped my mental health. And I've enjoyed it. I've gone back to doing my workouts for my mental health again. I am just doing things for me to get me back on track. And I think that is the biggest thing that I think is important for all of us. And I am blessed. I've got great friends and family, so when I have been feeling low, my friends and family have perked me up. But what have you all been up to? What have you been reading this week? I love chatting to you all in the comments. You're all lovely. I think obviously the fact we're in the middle of a heat wave, any emoji to do with heat, like a flame emoji or anything, if you got to the end of this video. And I hope you're all well. If you like this video and not subscribed, ring on my... Now, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, ring on my ding-a-ling. I've got a lot of viewers that are not subscribed, so I hope you subscribe to me, because it always makes me smile. I love all my subscribers. I love everyone that views my videos, so thank you, or any of you that are viewing it, because this channel means the world to me, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you. So, thank you. Can't do it as well as Charlie, but heart. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.